choice, spitters full of people on the line. The ones that ever show with a t-shirt that says Lamont. This sweat is purely for this.
It's a West versus East contest here in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Here's Collier, off target from three-point range. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Here's Markkanen. George with the bucket.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all three levels.
White looking around to the paint. Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Defensive foul.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Markkanen, good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said, we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Giddey. Here's White. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Tight defense against Kessler, maybe a little too tight.
So stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector. You're just not going to get layups with Walker Kessler on the floor. Then he's an outstanding offensive rebounder, and he's got great hands, which makes him very effective as a roll man in the pick and roll.
Here's White, following the bucket by the Jazz.
Explosive move by White, going right up to the rim.
To the middle, here's Buzelis.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now here's White. And White with the stuff.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Down low. Here's Buzelis. Out to White. Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Jazz. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Kessler. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Pass to Giddey. Front past the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Giddey's got 7 points. Here's Collier, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter.
17. Utah 12.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Jazz trailed by 5. This one for 3. Good D by Jones. Now, Okoro. Pass to Herter. Now here's Williams. Here's Jones. And the basket is good. Jones has got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back over to you, Kevin.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And here is Giddey after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen. Here's Herter. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 2. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now. And it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
And so here is Chicago, following the bucket by the Jazz. And that one is good.
Woo. They're not making it easy on themselves. Tough shot.
Here's Markkanen, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Collier. It's tipped. Pass to Giddey. Going inside. Stripped it away. It's George on the wing. Takes the 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls leading by 4. And Herter gets it to go. There's 1:54 left in the first half. Kicks it out to Markkanen. It's deflected.
Making good use of his length, Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Markkanen, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Giddey. Utah with the rebound. And it's Bailey in the corner. Outside, Markkanen. .110 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Giddey. In transition, here come the Bulls.
And he just kept working. Giddey felt the whistle coming and able to finish the play.
It's his first trip to the line. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. They're great skill development programs showing in Giddey He stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Assist from
Well, you know, this is where Kessler mostly looks to score. Great work inside.
Here's Giddey. Hits the three-point bomb. Giddey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Buzelis. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. And Markkanen throws it down.
assisted.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And so it's Josh Giddey making things happen for the Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Inside. And got hung up on the dunk. Not quite enough elevation there, I guess. Takes a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball. Up until last year, the Jazz the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Outside, White. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. White's got 10.
I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Filipowski. Screen by Nurkic. High post shot. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And many players shy away from that mid-range shot these days, but Nurkic isn't one of them. He feels good about that shot, and they're fine with him taking it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, White. Pass to Buzelis. Here's a good screen. And White slams it in.
And that is how you finish a drive. Kobe White.
An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hand.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
To the inside. Filipowski. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Buzelis. For Utah, they have come up empty at the line so far in 3 attempts. And it seems like Josh Giddey playing with newfound confidence, coach, since his arrival with the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, one of those trades that seem to benefit both teams. The Bulls have handed Giddey the keys to their offense, and he has not looked back.
It's Giddey with the drive.
And he's got the speed to get away from defenders. Giddey turning on the Jets there.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Over to the wing.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Sensabaugh. The shot from the low post is good. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. To the middle, and Vucevic throws it down.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Buzelis. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Great D that time from Nurkic. So it's the Jazz now.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Collins. Back to Jones. Jacks up a 3. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Sensabaugh. For the lead. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Inside, here's Collins, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Collins has got his second basket.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive. Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jones from outside. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Utah ball.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Utah 50.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Utah leading by 4. Down low. Markkanen can't get it to go. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. There's a screen by Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Well, they have Jones out there to run these plays, to work the defense and open things up.
At the elbow, it's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Jones. Good, nice job down low.
Well, even though he's just 6'1", Jones is confident inside. Doesn't fear going up amongst taller players.
Outside, Markkanen. To Kessler, to the paint, and Kessler throws it down.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
All right, Allie, thank you. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Here's Vucevic. Jones. Off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments. The big man delivers. Kessler just went to work.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
2 minutes.
Outside, White. 6 to shoot. Markkanen pulls it down. Jazz leading by 4. The 19-foot shot does not go.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Here's Kessler. Now Bailey. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Al Giddey. Got it to go off the glass.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Buzelis. Kobe White. No good. Could not tie it up. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. The lead is 2. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Oh, what a play inside.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting.